Sparkle and Chill. I finished my irises. Didn't they come out pretty? They sparkle. This was well, first let me just say welcome. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. If you're returning, I appreciate your continued support. If you could please like, subscribe, all the things, either now or at the end of the video. I wanted to show my completion. So that's 2 completions for this month. I completed the potted succulents, and then I completed this. I kit this down. And by kitting down, I mean dump the drills. Because I'm going to reuse this container to do the one I'm gonna kit up. So today is Wednesday. These drills are actually pretty, but I am not in the mood to try to match colors, so I'm just going to dump them because I need the containers. Sometimes I keep the drills, and sometimes when I'm, especially when it's an Amazon kit. The drills on here weren't too bad. They were actually not too bad at all. I ran into some trash. Some of them I was running into some what do you call it? Broken drills. More than having like tabs or anything like that on them, I was finding a lot of them were broken. I've had to trash quite a few, but I'm just at the point today where I'm like, I just want to get kitted up. I'm gonna start the. I'm gonna make it a surprise what I do for the other one, but this was really a fun one. I love flowers, and it kept me busy. It probably took too long because I wasn't working on it. I was working on the potted succulents, but that's 2 completions in October. I don't really keep track. I need to. I bought a thing to start keeping track, and I think I will with, in fact, I'll do it tonight on the, when I kit up. I want to start on Christmas. November starts on Saturday, right? Yeah. Halloween is on Friday, so, November starts on Saturday, so I'll have, and I just thought, I really want to get Christmas underway because I've got a few different Christmas kits that I really want to get done. Okay, it looks like all those are empty now. I'm going to do this because there are a lot of drills that have kind of, I love this thing. There's a lot that kind of spilled out while I was working. And there we go. I have cleaned it up. I'm going to clean this table before I really start, but we'll get things kitted up first, and then we'll worry about all of that. There we go. I got a new pin the other day too. Isn't that pretty? I just thought it was pretty, and it wasn't too expensive, and it's not quite it's a little thicker than I've gotten used to using this one, and I've gotten used to using these ones, and these are a little bit, and just a little bit thicker than this one. This one's pretty thick, and I think I'll get used to it, but for now I haven't really used it yet. I just got it the other day. Yeah, I'm going to set these up here. All right, so I'm going to put this lid on. We'll set this over here. Oh, there's still a few drills that are just, I guess I threw drills all over the place. Okay, so shall we go on to the main event? So you don't know what I'm I got this from HSN, gosh, in the summertime. Tita had a video that she did in, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was in the summer. And she was showing she had gotten, I think this one or another one off of HSN. And so as soon as I saw her video, I didn't even finish watching her video, and I went and I got a bunch of Christmas stuff that was on clearance. So this ended up, I don't even remember. I'm going to have to look at it, but it ended up, it was really, really a good deal. They no longer have them. I went back and looked just to see if I should do it. Now, this kit has, it's a full drill. It is a round, it is a round, even though it's in a blue box. These are older kits, so they don't come with the treasure cards. These were, I think these have been out for maybe a year or two. Probably two if the treasure cards came out a year or so ago. See the picture there? Isn't it cute? So I am really excited about doing this one. And I'm not sure. I'm not one. I really am more of a, I love confetti. I know everybody complains about confetti, but I like confetti. And this particular one is pretty much a lot of color blocking. There's a little tiny bit of confetti, but mostly it's color blocking. There are only 11 colors. And that's because it's, it's cartoonish. There aren't, it doesn't look like any, there's no ABs or special drills, it doesn't look like. Let's read on the side and see if it says, oh, it has one Aurora Borealis. Which one is it? It doesn't say AB, but so I'm not sure which one is the AB. So we'll see. It says 12 colors, including one Aurora Borealis. A total of 17,082 drills. Let's get to the canvas. Now I have unboxed this for you guys before. It's one that I unboxed. I unboxed it when I unboxed the Fairy Bunny. And that one will be done eventually. I'm my goal right now is to try to start doing things as I unbox them or close to the time frame that I unbox them, so that, isn't he pretty? Okay, I'm gonna have to reverse roll this before I get it up there. But I'm so excited about this. I'm going to figure out another one to start as well, even though I don't get them all done. I tend to work on one until it's done. But I liked having the potted succulents and then having the irises already started. So, although I might not work on it, let's see if we can adjust this so you can see his face. Oops. Am I making you dizzy yet? There we go. No, that didn't work either, did it? Okay, there we go. It's kind of cockeyed. I apologize. I don't have the best situation for my what you call it, tripod. So what I thought I would do is just get this, since it's so small and it's not going to take really any time to kit up. I thought I would go ahead and do that right now. There's only 12 colors, and let's see. Do I still have some stickers sitting out here? That's not what I'm looking for. Stickers. Where did I have them? Oh, the red. That red is a 103. Okay, so let's find. I guess I'm gonna have number 1 is 103. So what I'm gonna do here is just cut these apart so that they're sitting here ready. Normally I would take this away, but I thought it'd be nice to just have Frosty sitting up there while we work on it. I think they're all one. It's all one. When you only have 12 colors, they only give you one train. That's kind of cool. But they're not in order of 1, 2, 3, 4. I do mine. These are all, I guess, I don't understand why they do this when there's only 8 colors. Why is it numbers and symbols? Oh, because it only goes to 8, that's why. And they should just an alphabet. That's what I'd have done. That's what makes the most sense. Just do the alphabet. Not that my 2 cents matters. Not that anybody cares what I think. Okay, I'll go over the colors in a second. There's 2 bags. This, I would have thought there was more, but because this is Frosty color. And then there's 3841. 1, 2, 3 bags of that, and then 161. Okay. So what I'm going to do is 103. Let's find 103. And I believe it was this color. No, that's this one. Okay. So I would put this in a case, but I don't think it really warrants going into a case. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the ones. I'm just going to put it in 1, 2, 3, 4 because, I mean, that's going to make the most sense to just do it. Actually, I think I'm going to grab a container, a thing to put these in. A little bit of static here, not much. It looks like there's a little static. Let's get this. Oh. So today was work day. I'm getting used to my new job. I had about a week and a half of a little bit of struggle. I was just stressed out because so much was being thrown at me at a time, and so I was a little on edge for a few days. I can get pretty emotional when I'm stressed out, when things are not quite going the way I had expected them to. I came out of the gate real strong, and then I kind of petered out a little bit, and it wasn't because I did anything. It was just, you know, I think a little bit of luck on the one thing, and then it just got hard for a few days, a couple weeks actually, of things just not coming together the way I had hoped. I had hoped to get my first real thing done that first week because everything started out really good, and you know, it doesn't always go the way you expect it to. Oh, I forgot I had stickers, so I can take these stickers off, or actually I can just stick these ones over the top. That's what I will do. I will just take these ones and put them over the top. I love that these come with stickers already and I don't have to make them. So I don't know why I was looking for stickers, because it comes with stickers. Okay, 2 is 161. So I should put these in order, but 161. Ooh, this is a nice big bag. This is probably going to take 2 containers. Yeah, this is probably going to take 2 containers. 2 of these little ones. But it got better, and I finally found my rhythm. I still didn't hit what I wanted to, but at least I'm going to have to, you know what, I'm going to put these, I need to get a Q-tip, because these have a little bit of static. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab one of these because they've got a cover on them. Be a little bit easier. I don't have dryer sheets, I didn't really like them. I mean, I'm sure it would probably make this process a little bit easier, but we're just going to do this. Okay. Then we'll put this like so. Oops. Yeah, this is going to work just fine. I'm probably going to have to, I'm going to do what I was thinking of doing, and that's do my little, I wish I had some rubbing alcohol. I keep forgetting to get it at the store. But if you don't have any rubbing alcohol, you can use a little bit of hand I don't think that got any on it. Whoops. Here we go. A little bit on the table, a little bit on me. Par for the course. And then I just rub that in so that it's not so sticky, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to make them all wet. You just want to take the static out. And this works really good. It would work pretty good just to have rubbing alcohol as well. It'll just take this static out. And I think what I want to do with a lot of my drills is go and poke some holes in them so that they don't have the static. Because sometimes just breathing a little bit of your hot breath will do it too. Okay, so today work was getting a lot better. My emotions have gone down. I'm not quite so not so stressed. Even though things aren't going exactly the way I want them to, I was able to just go, it's not all going to be, the way you want it to be all the time. Sometimes things are just going to not go our way, right? And so we have to be able to, I have to get better at being okay with things not going exactly. Boy, this fills 3 of them. I think this is going to fill 3 of them. And there's still more in the bag. This is an interesting color too. It's a nice pretty purple. Or blue. Maybe it's a blue. No, it's purple. But it's getting better. I'm feeling more comfortable on the phone, with my pitch and doing all the stuff I'm supposed to do. It's different when you I've almost given out my old work number like several times. You start saying it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. New job, new number. You don't want to call my old company, you'd be in for a big surprise. But so yeah, it's been fun. I am enjoying that, and I have great coworkers and people that are very supportive. What I really am liking the most about it is it's a team environment. It's not a me environment where everything's about, everybody works together to accomplish the goal. And so there isn't, in some sales arenas, there's a lot of, backstabbing and, you know, that kind of thing. And you just don't see it here, at least, I mean, and I know I'm new here, but the way that they have things set up, everybody just kind of, you know, works together to get the job accomplished. And I love that because, you know, okay. This filled. I'm glad this is just 12 colors because some of these colors are going to take several of these little deals, but I don't mind. Okay, so we're kind of doing this as we go, folks. I'm going to put number 2 on one, and then we'll just oh, and this is by Diamond Art Club. It was such a good deal. I ended up buying, when I bought this, I ended up buying several things. Yeah, that's because they were, for a DAC, they were pretty reasonable. There's still a little bit of static here, so that's all right. Okay, so that is number 2. And I'm just going to go, I think these will go diagonally on there like that better. Okay, and then I'm going to just make a number 2 for, where'd my, I don't think I have a pin. I don't think I have a pin. I thought I had a pin sitting here. Well, we're just going to leave those, and I'll go back and sticker them. I'll put a sticker on each one, and then I'll come back and put the number on it because it's just the same drills. Okay, and then set that there, and let's go to, so I hope you guys have had a good week. It's been an adjustment for me, and so I'm behind schedule on doing my videos and working on my diamond painting, but it's been really nice. I've been on my lunch break, I've been working on my diamond painting. It really does help if I'm a little bit stressed. I come and sit down and I do my diamond painting and pray a little bit while I'm doing it, and just kind of de-stress a little bit, and then go back to it, you know. So we are on number 3, which is number 912. Okay, so let's find, what is 912? Here we go. 912 is this beautiful green. Look at this green. It's kind of like a, it kind of reminds me of the primary green in color crayons. I'm kind of doing this kind of haphazardly here, my little mess. Stick those there. I don't think I got a lot on this. These don't look like they're too staticky, but there is a little bit of static. I'm not sure. It's getting colder, and these are resin drills, so that tends to cause a problem. I never had static till I started doing premium kits. But they just get a little bit of static. Okay. See, you got some sticking to the bag here. I can't wait to get started on this, though. I am a little worried about the fact that it's, you know, I just broke my nail. No, that wasn't a nail. The fact that it's not, that it's so much multi-placing, but maybe I'll love it. I really like confetti. I know people think I'm nuts, but I like change. I like working with different colors and whatnot. This one didn't have a lot of colors, but it was a kit that I wanted to do. So sometimes you kind of do one thing to get another. And I don't know if any of you guys do this. I was watching a channel the other night. What was her name? Crafty-ish Kristen, I think is her name. Crafty-ish Kristen, I think is her name. And oh, there are drills in there. I almost threw away a pack of drills. And she does diamond painting, and I think it was her that sticks, when she does a D-kit, she puts all of the things in this little package and that the drills came in, and then is able to toss it all at once. And I thought, that's really smart. So we're on number 3, right? Yeah, 1, 2, yeah, we're on 3. Okay. Oh no, yeah, 2, 3. Just gonna set these like so. Is that the right ones? No, these are green. Okay, so it's number 436. Ooh, I almost messed up. Okay, so 3 is 436. What were those green ones? Okay, so we've done 103, 161, and number 3 is 436. What's the green one? It's 5, 9, 12, right? Is it 9, 12? Yep, it was 912. So 912 is actually 5. So we'll set this aside. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just set this right here so I remember that. And I'm just going to get out a different, I'm going to get another tray. So I'm going to set this till I get to the 5. I'm going to set that right there. And I'm going to grab another one of these. Okay. It always confuses me when they put numbers. They do something different. So number 3 isn't actually number. I don't know. It's messed up. Okay, so number 3 is 436, which is this one right here. Okay. 436. Okay. I'm going to have to watch this when I do these. I'm really worried about doing those really big ones that I have. I've got a few big kits that have a lot of numbers, a lot of different ones. Kitting that up. Normally kitting up doesn't bother me at all. It's pretty easy, but sometimes when they don't do the numbering, I wish they would just do 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, go down to the 9, and then go to alphabet, and then go to, but I don't want them to put different numbers for different colors. Like if it says it's number 4, then have it be symbol number 4, you know, because otherwise it's really confusing. And if you're like me and the way I do it is I look at the symbol. I don't put, yeah, it just is difficult. And it feels like it's difficult for the sake of being difficult, you know. These have some static in it. Oh gosh, why can't I get this bag to open a little bit? And this is one where there's not so many of the colors, so you want to make sure you get them all. Some companies give you like 30% more drills. I found that DAC probably gives you about maybe 10% more. And so if you end up with some trashy drills, that can be a problem. If you discard a lot. Okay. Sheesh. Oh, those are very staticky. These are like jumping jacks. Did you ever get jumping beans when you were a kid? Mexican jumping beans. I remember getting those as a kid at Plaid Pantry for, I don't know, I think they were $1. I remember coming home with them, having spent my candy money on them, and my mom, is that what you spent your candy money on? Yeah, I had collected bottles to get candy. Back in the day, there was this field not far from our house, like on the way to the candy store. And after a Friday or Saturday night, you could find all kinds of beer bottles there. Teenagers sneaking drinks out in the field. But us younger kids would go check that field every morning after on the weekends, because you could find pop bottles, and pop bottles bought you or beer bottles. And back then, a beer bottle wasn't as good as a pop bottle, because beer bottles were only worth 2 pennies, whereas a pop bottle was worth, I think the bottles were 10 cents even back then, and the cans were a nickel. But you could, I don't think they've raised it in, they just raised everything to 10 cents recently in the last several years, but for many, many, many years it was always the same. And so we used to go and collect those cans after, oh, that's one of these, after the weekend, after the kids, the big kids would be drinking, and we'd go to the candy store for this one. There's a hitchhiker in there. Okay, let's do this. Sometimes putting a little of your air in there will. I heard somebody say that using a humidifier will also help with staticky drills. I don't have any fabric softener or fabric sheets, because I don't use them, and I haven't gotten around to buying them. I think they're kind of toxic, so I don't really want to start buying that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is number 4, which is number 6. Whoops. I'll leave that one there. Oh, crud. Oh, well. We'll get it in a second. As long as it's not open. Oh, it is open, so I'm going to have to pick it up. I'm working on way too small of a space here, the ledge of my table here. But, oh well, it'll work, right? It'll work. We're just trying to get this ready to go. I'm gonna there's still some in there. Okay, go. I can't wait. I'm so excited for Christmas to come, for the Christmas time. I'm not one for Halloween and all the, I know everybody enjoys the drills and chills, but it's really not my favorite thing. And it's been non-stop for a while now, several months. I'm ready to be off, done with the witches and goblins. I'm ready for cute Christmas things and pretty Christmas things. Okay, 5 is 912. 930. Okay, that's the next one. I wish they would just put the numbers on them. Let's find 912. That wasn't this one, was it? I think this was. 5 was the 912, right? Where'd that baggie go that they were in? Yeah, I think 5 is the green, and this is the green. Yeah. So this, yeah, this is the green. Darn it. Stick that there. Okay, let's see. All right, I'll put the green in there. Oops. Okay, let's put this back on. I think that was loose, and I threw it into the trash, the label that I had kept to make sure that I could do this. Okay. There's still several. Are they going to fit in there? Lots of static. Okay. There's one left in there. Okay. These drills are... Yikes. Okay. Put that there. I ordered a fall one that probably won't end up doing until next year because I'm going to be working on Christmas and falls pretty much. I think I've got a couple different things. Oh gosh, look at the mess I've made in here. At least there's only 4 colors, so they'll be fine in there. I'm just going to let them sit down there. I'll put them into the boxes as I use the rest. There's one more green. One more little green. Oh, and then of course it didn't go where it needed to. It stuck to my finger. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good now. A little bit of trash there. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So, what are you guys working on? Are you working on budget kits, or you got a fun painting that you're working on from DAC or Dreamer or any of the other premium places, or anywhere really? I've just been preparing to do my Christmas ones. I got a few Christmas ones. I haven't decided which one the other one is going to be that I'm going to work on. I got a couple kits at Michael's. And one I looked at and I'm like, I don't know that it's going to turn out because it looks like it might end up being really pixelated. So we'll see. I bought it to make for my mom. But I don't know how well it's actually going to come out because they're the smaller ones. They're like, what's the size? They are 8 by 10. So I'm not quite sure how well they're going to come out. But they came with a diamond painting pin. So I always like getting a twofer. And it came with a, what you call it, a pin and a frame. One of those hanging frames. So I thought that would be fun because all she'd have to do is, you know, have somebody hang it up on, okay, this is number 6. Number 6 is 930. Where's the 930? I think it was this one, yeah. This is a pretty color. It's kind of like this, I think it's this off blue. Okay. And yeah, so I'm so ready for the weekend though. I'm only on day 3 of the week. I'm ready for the weekend. But I'm enjoying my job now. I was having a struggle there for a little bit, but then kind of had to give myself a little pep talk, you know. I can't expect to be perfect at something right out of the gate. And so there's going to be a learning curve to doing things a little differently than I'm used to doing them. I've done this job before, but I did it a different way. And they have specific ways that they do things that is better than what I've learned before. So I'm actually quite excited about it, the way that they do it. It's just new and different, and so it's something to it's something that I have to get used to, right? And that's just a given with any new job that you get. You're gonna have to, you know, learn a few things and get past your way of doing things and be able to do things the way that they want it done. I don't think that's the same, so we're just gonna leave that there. Okay, and then the next color is gonna be this pink. Whoops, stay there. We are on number 7. And that's 963. I believe that's going to be this one. Oh wait, that's 963. Yeah, 963. I thought there was another number on there, but there's not. 963. I have drills everywhere. Okay. All right. And those almost all came out easily. There's a few of them deciding to stay, starting to be difficult. There's one drill left in there. Oh, it's been a day though. I'm really happy to have some downtime. I still need to do a few things. What I've been doing, we do most of the stuff the night before, you know, for our next day, and I got some of it done, and then I'm like, I just get up early in the morning and get some of it done, because it makes for a little bit longer day, but then I can really be organized and ready for the day, like ready to go by the time it's time to start. And I really prefer that they're jumping out. I'm going to have to do something about the static. There's just no way around it. I'm going to have to do something about the static. And I think the best thing is just to leave them open a little bit and let them air. Once I get everything done, I can close this up and because some of these, I'm finding drills that have just kind of popped out. Okay, so we got that one, and now it's number 8. What am I going to do with these ones that have like 60 something colors in them? I've got a couple that have a lot of drills. I'm definitely going to have the whole table set up versus, but I wanted to show Frosty while I was doing it. 8 is number 3747. 3747. And they look to be these kind of light lavender color. I wonder what those are in. Where? There's number 8 on here. I'll have to look at it after I get them kitted up. And I'm gonna be easy on myself and make this a short container instead of a long one. You don't have to work with the bag quite so much. Yeah, these ones are really staticky. That should help it. A little bit of breath. That works pretty good. Okay. All right. So the goal is to get my this done so I have something to work on my breaks. It's so nice to be able to come out here on my breaks and just, you know, work on this stuff, because my days are long. I used to work a little bit different schedule, and I guess it was just as long. It was just that my hours were, I started at 6 a.m. and now I start at 8 a.m. and I'm so used to being off work by 3, so getting off at 5 is it just seems like a really long day. But so I haven't really done anything fun for a little bit. I've been working. I need to get my house clean. It's a wreck. But I haven't really, since the birds left, you know, I really hated getting rid of them. There was a part of me that was like, I just don't want to do it. But I couldn't find somewhere to send them for a few days. I couldn't find anywhere to take them for just a couple days that wasn't going to cost an arm and a leg. And then I tried to rehome them a different way with, you know, going through, we have a local bird shop, and the lady was like, well, it'll be $50 a bird for me to sell them for you. I'm like, $50 a bird for you to sell them for me? Were you going to give me the money when they, you know, when you sell them? She said, oh, I'm going to have to feed them for however long I have them. I don't think I've spent $50 to feed all 5 of them for the last 2 years. Well, maybe I've spent $50 for all of them. You know, it may be more because of their fruit and because of their vegetables, but I mean, it's not going to cost that much money to feed them, and then she's going to make money on them because, I mean, they're not cheap. So I was like, no, I'll deal with it myself. So finding someone who was willing to take them was 3865. That's the last one. What's 3865? Is that this one? That's 3841. Oh, that was it. That was it. It's the white. 3865. Okay. These are full of static too. Why, Lord, why? If I was patient, I would have waited to do this till tomorrow and poked some holes in it with some pins. That would have helped. But I'm not patient. I want to start working on it. help a little bit. Actually, it's helping a lot. Okay. Okay, these are 3. Oh, I didn't put the lid on, the number on it yet. 3/8. Yeah, these are 3865. What's 3865? Oh, that's the number 12. So I opened the wrong ones. 3817 is these ones. Okay, we got another one of these that we gotta wait on. Actually, I can dump them in here. They're just gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that on top there. So I have that number. This last time I messed it up. Okay. Okay, folks. I'm not so bright sometimes. I don't think that bag is going to fit there like that. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this like so. And we're going to put this in here. And this is that. Okay, we're going to set this one here. Because I'm not sure where these are going to fall in the container. Okay, so 3817 is 9, and we are on 9. I didn't think it would take so long to kit up such a small amount of colors. Oh, and then, yeah, it is 9. Okay, 3817. So I was watching one of the creators, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. She's an affiliate of DAC. They sent her some really nice paintings. I wish I was an affiliate of DAC sometimes. They sent her the nicest kits, and they sent her like 3 or 4 of them, and she was going over them, and I always like, boy, I'm glad that has a lid. I had the lid. I had the lid all the way on when that fell. I think. Let's make sure. I don't think I lost drills, but let's see. Oh, I lost a few, but not a ton. Not a ton. I think we'll be okay. I'll go scrounge them out later. There are only about a dozen that fell on the floor with my, I don't know if that's one of these or not. Oh man. I can tell I'm tired when I start dropping things. There's just a couple. There's a couple on the floor, but there wasn't very many of these, so I want to make sure when I get done I'll go down and try to get those salvaged. There's not very many of them, but there are some. So we will try to salvage them after I'm done. Not on camera. Okay. So, the next color would be 3841, and that is the one that's got oodles and oodles of them. That's the blue. Which is number 10, which is Okay, so 10 is probably gonna, one of these things is gonna fill up the whole thing. So I'm not gonna open all of these. I'm gonna do one packet at a time. And then I'm gonna poke holes in these other ones to let some air in there so that they're not full of static. But I'm only gonna do one of these. And I'm gonna put the others with the kit. I do that sometimes just because it's kind of silly to open up a bunch of drills that you're not really ready for. And I just keep them with the kit, and works better when I'm using one of the suitcases, but I didn't have enough colors. I didn't think to use a suitcase. So, 1, 2, yeah, it's definitely, because I didn't even use all of that. It's definitely going to take 3 up with just one bag, so I'm not going to dump out all of them. We'll just do them as we go. I'll probably do the same with the white ones. It's just easier. I mean, yeah, it's not completely ready to go, but you know when you need to add them. Okay, let's make sure we, oh, there's quite a few left in there. Okay. Alrighty. You guys getting excited for Christmas? I know it's only the end of October, and I'm already talking Christmas, but I love it. I'll be diamond painting with Christmas music going, and I just love it. I just love it. Okay, the next color is 3865, which is 11. Almost there. Oops, I forgot to take these off. Okay, let's just put that right back there for a second. Let's take these stickers off. I should have done this beforehand, but you know, sometimes you just get excited to do something, and I didn't want to use a suitcase for this little kit. Well, it's not a little kit, but it's little amount of numbers. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to kit up along with it. I don't know. These are big bags. Some of these are really big bags. Okay, so we're gonna put this one on there. This is working really good. I like these little containers for smaller kits. They're really easy to, you know, you have to be careful with them though. They're not kind of the ones I would want to travel with. If I had to go somewhere with them, I wouldn't want them in this, because if you were to drop this, you'd be in trouble. They'd pop open, and you'd have your drills all mixed together, and that would be a nightmare. I would not want to do that, but that works really good, actually. Look at that. That's a good trick. I saw somebody else do it. I don't remember who it was. They had some really staticky drills. That actually worked really good. It just adds a little bit of moisture to it, and then they calm right down. Okay. Still a few stuck in there. Okay. All right, and now we go to 12, which is this one, which we've already got in the deal because we were okay. So 12. So I should have done these straight, but they're okay on the diagonal. I usually have them, so I did that one wrong. I did all of those ones that way, and then I did that way. Oh well. Okay, let's move this over here. Yeah, one of those is 3 of these, so there's no reason to kit all of them up. Okay, so I'm going to get the rest of these. Oh, that worked really good. Okay. Now they're just falling right out. I've got drills all over. That one just landed on my shirt. I don't know if it stuck to my shirt or fell. Probably fell. No big deal. There are lots of drills. I'm not going to worry about a little few that escape right now. I've got a few on the table that I'll try to put in the right places, and then a few on the floor that I'm going to pick up because that was the one color that had just a few of them in there, and that would be the one that I'd run out, right? Okay, where's my... And we are almost done, folks. And I'm going to be doing... I hope I haven't bored y'all to death. I know I've just been yammering on about nothing. But that is how I kit up. Pretty simple, really. I was watching somebody and they were talking about, they were kitting up and they were trying to figure out if they were going to do by color or by symbol or how they were setting it up. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, all I do is go by number. I go in the order of the numbers. I don't understand all the other stuff, why it's even a thing. Because I think that just adds so much more work to what you're trying to do. I've got a bunch of drills that kind of fell out right here to figure out. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just don't understand. I'm a as simple as possible, please kind of person. And these I'll put in, I have a, where did I put it? I have like an envelope that came with one of my kits. Oh, here it is. It's just one of these little Ziploc bags. You know, it came with a kit of some sort came in it. What was it that came in it? It doesn't say. But I love it because what it does is it allows me, oops, there we go. It allows me to do this when I have a kit like this. I just throw the extra drills in there, and then as I need them, I put them into there. I'm not going to worry about all these little drills because they just kind of popped out. We'll look at them later. And then you're just able to zip it up, and you're good to go. And I can set this, I have a little cubby back here, and I will just stick it in the cubby, and when I need it, I pull them out. And I'll put a little thing, I don't have a pen, so I'll do it later, but I label it whatever kit I'm working on, you know, whether this will be Frosty the Snowman, others would be something else, and then, you know, whatever the kit was, and I've used that several times. I used it with my big cat that turned out to be a flop. So I hope you enjoyed this. I am thoroughly looking forward to working on it, and hopefully I haven't bored you so much that you come back. So again, we'll be working on Frosty the Snowman. We finished up the irises. That was a Amazon kit, and now this is going to go, I'm going to flip this board over. This is going to fit perfectly on my A2. See that? It'll fit perfectly. It's just it's actually has even a little bit extra space, but so I'll be able to do it down low enough that I can get to it. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn that sideways, and let's see how that's going to look. Oh yeah, that's going to clear up room on my desk too. Look at that. The only thing I have to be careful of is touching this little button here that turns it off and on. It's not plugged in right now, so. But that's going to be, and I'm going to have to figure out tacking it up because I'm not going to want to reach all the way to the top. So it'll be, we'll have to take the little clippies, and actually that works really good. It's actually big enough that I will be able to put the clips. Whoops. Yikes. I'll be able to put the little clips on the sides like so. Normally I do them all, oh gosh, quit pushing on it. I give myself, okay, so that it lays flat. Perfect. Okay, so, and we'll just put, this one's going to take more clips than it usually takes, but just to keep it in a good way. So I'm going to probably lift it up a little bit so that it's not resting right on the bottom. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, let's go like so. And like so. Now we're going to have to figure this out, get it so that it's not. This fits just perfect on here, literally. I'm going to take the butterflies off of there. Oh, don't push on it because it'll flip again. Be smart. Ouch. Okay, that works. There we go. And now it's not, I can pull it tight from down here. This really does need to be smoothed out. And actually it'll be pretty easy to do with it hooked up like this. Then it should go down pretty easily. And so she says. Take that part off. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Still has a little bit of a pocket there, but that's much better. And these have the little perforated things. I don't use them. A lot of people really love them. Some people use washi tape to, you know, section off their sections. I bought washi tape and I thought I would want to do that, but I really haven't had any desire to add the extra step. What I do is, because of I work from this side to this side, I get release papers and I put them across each row that I'm working on. And that helps me from getting my hand in the because I'll work from this side, and so I'll put them on this side. If it doesn't feel natural to go from this side to this side, so I put the release papers from about here to here, and I'll fold it up. I'll use my little butterfly to hold this paper back, and then and I'll just work on one square at a time. And these squares are pretty good size. They're, you know, but when you're using release paper, you just go with whatever size release paper you have, and that way, as I go, I always have this protective film over my work, because it can take me longer than most people. I work full time, and I have you know, I don't always have a lot of time, and sometimes I get done working and I'm not really, you know, gonna sit down and diamond paint every single night. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I get done working and I just want to vegetate and do nothing. So it takes me a little longer than some people. Somebody was working on a painting. I was watching them, and they get their paintings. Tina gets her stuff done so fast. She thinks she's slow, but she's like doing like 3 or 4 paintings in a month, or 4 or 5. She's working on, you know, 6 different projects or something. I'm always like, wow, I just don't have the time for it, nor so I'm a bit slower. If you like things a lot more fast paced, you know, I'm sorry, but this is just who I am. And I like to stretch them out. I like to have them last me a little while. One of the great things about diamond painting is that it's not that expensive. These kits, DAC kits, are more expensive, but if you worked on a kit and you worked on it like I do, where it's slow, I mean, one project can last you 2 or 3 months depending on what you're working on. Now, this is probably going to go pretty fast even for me, because it's almost all block. It's almost all multi-placing. There's a few little places where there's just a few, and even there's enough to do multi-placing. There's some parts right here that's going to be, you know, one at a time, and up in the trees and stuff, there's some that are just going to be onesies, twosies. But the vast majority of it can be done with my multi-placers. And I've gotten to where the 4 placer is the one I use the most. I tried for a while, I was doing the 6, I think it's a 6 or a 7, I don't know. Somebody said there's a number on it. It's a 6. There is a number on it. I never looked. So this is a 6 placer, and sometimes I can do this one. And I like using this big one here. But I almost never fill it all the way up. I do so many at a time, just because I tend to get crooked if I go too fast. And so, I mean, that's just my hint is that I like the 4 placer. It just does 4, and it's enough for me. It makes it faster. It's obviously a lot faster than doing 1 at a time. But like I said, I actually really like confetti. But I like confetti that gives you the ability to do 2s and 3, you know, do 3s and 4s here and there, but still has you changing colors. Because doing one color, I'm going to see how fatigued I get with this, because sometimes doing the same color over and over again gets kind of boring. Which I'm a little worried about doing one of the paintings I bought that's a big one, because it's got a lot of brown. And I'm a bright colors kind of person. I like the bright colors, so we'll see. But I love the painting, so it's going to be one of those things that when I start it, it's probably going to take a while. I'm probably going to have to work on a lot of different things at the same, you know, work on this, work on that, then get that done kind of thing. So anyways, I won't keep you any longer. Oh gosh, I had no idea it had gone this long. All right. Thanks for watching. like, subscribe, all the things.